So Spyro the Dragon has been marked safe. He's in an Oregon gas station. They found him. They got him. Don't worry, guys. It's all good. This is kind of a wild story. We thought we'd do something a little bit different. It's Memorial Day weekend. We thought we'd do something fun. But apparently, this woman found the Spyro the Dragon statue. I think it was from one of the E3s.
It was E3 2000.
E3 2000, and apparently she's a big Spyro fan. She saw it in the background of a video, and then they went on a trek to track down the statue.
It was
and
like
they wound
urban
up
archaeology. It's such a cool, fun story.
Urban archaeology. They found Spyro. They're going to restore him, and all's right with the world. Now, if we could just get Skylanders back, that would, that's
that would be cool. You can find the figures all over at different stores, thrift stores and stuff. But I was really excited about this because I love seeing stuff like this. I love seeing big, important pieces from history, whether it be gaming or toys or whatever. And then people find them and then they restore them. And I think it's just really, really awesome. And this thing is gigantic. It is huge. It's like 12 feet long.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about it. Kotaku has an article on it. We've got some pictures. We got the video of them finding it. It's really wild to see. But, I mean, this happens a lot. A lot of this kind of stuff, it goes missing, and you assume it's been sold to a collector or something. A lot of times it's just kind of sitting out and, rusting somewhere in broad daylight. They had the story about Rankin Bass, Santa Claus, and Rudolph. They were being used in someone's candy dish for years. The original animatronic or the Animagic figures. They were in somebody's candy bowl that worked for Rankin Bass, I guess, and they were gifted the Animagic figures. And then they thought they were replicas. They didn't think they were, they didn't think they were the real thing. So for like 30 years, these figures were just in a candy bowl, surrounded by chocolate every Christmas, and they were the actual figures that were used in production.
Mm-hmm. Now they're in a museum, I think.
Yeah, they're on tour. They're like under glass now. It's kind of like Woody from Toy Story 2, where it's like, oh my god, we have to restore them and put them in under glass or whatever. So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
If you'd like more Clownfish TV, go out to more.clownfishtv.com for more Clownfish TV for episodes and podcasts you will not find anywhere else, all for less than the cost of a single super chat, which we do not do on this channel. So this is the best way to support us. Thank you very much for that. It's come from Kotaku. A piece of a lost Spyro the Dragon history was found in an Oregon gas station.
Yeah. So what happened apparently was one person had posted a video that they had found. They apparently just showed that it was in this building. They didn't say where it was or whatever. They just said that it was in this building and the basic vicinity of where it was. And they found it. Well, then this set off a Spyro fan down a path to track it down and get it out of there. So here's they're showing a clip here from the original E3 in 22 or 2000, and this will show you what it looked like. Go back; it's towards the beginning. You get a look at him here. You're going to show him here in a second. This was the dragon.
He's huge.
Once was very dark purple.
Yeah, and the thing is that you don't get an idea of how big some of the stuff is when you see it in a big convention center, right?
Yeah.
Like, this guy is huge. But they said, it's 26-year-old footage. They said the statue of a prowling Spyro was originally set up at Sony's 2000, God, has it been that long? E3 booth, overlooking attendees as they played Year of the Dragon on the show floor. Spyro was kept alongside a crash statue in a Forest Grove warehouse Sony occupied, and then given to the building's owner as a gift when Sony moved out. So at some point,
they probably didn't want to deal with moving it.
Probably not. I mean, it's like 12 foot long, right? They said at some point the Arc Arcade in Astoria, Oregon, which is where the Goonies are from, by the way. Mm-hmm. That's where the Goondocks is. Acquired the statue and displayed it in the venue until it shut down operations in 2017.
And someone had a picture of it. It was literally put across the top of arcade machines.
Oh my God.
There were several arcade machines, and it was sitting across the top of it. They had posted a photo they had taken with it.
Do we have that?
Yeah, someone had posted that in the Reddit thread, and it was right across the arcade machines, which I find kind of cool, but yet also kind of terrifying at the same time.
It would be. If you're a little kid and you walk into this place, you're like, look at the arcade. Oh my God, it's a giant dragon head. Yeah, I'd be afraid of it.
I just think it's funny, unrelated, but related. I just saw a thing, like one of the Expedition Unknowns with Josh Gates or whatever, and he was going to tracing down the treasure and going to the Goonies movie, because that's one of his favorite movies as a kid, and going to all the places. And he was that close, and he could have found Spyro too, and he didn't. Way to go, Josh. Miss Spyro.
So just a side note though, they closed their arcade down in 2017. Like arcades are like, even people are trying to bring them back. We tried to bring them back. They don't last very long.
It depends where you're at, and it depends if you have some kind of other novelty with it.
Well, that was Oregon.
I know that some that do really well.
Some of if they have booze.
Or if they have like a big population that, will come in and support it.
Brooklyn one just went out too. It's like in Oregon, you'd think it'd be, but no.
Well, it went out because it wasn't doing well. But go back to the other story. So so it went from there, and then somehow it ended up in a gas station. So they know it closed down in 2017, and then from there, no one knew what happened to it. And then somebody posted this video where they found it in an abandoned in the building. They didn't say where. They refused to tell them where, apparently. But it was just sitting there.
It's just sitting there. It's just like, what
it's like it's chained up around its neck. It's just sitting in this abandoned building, just sitting there. So then this person, it was all over the Spyro board, okay? And then this person, is it Momoka or whatever, saw this. And then she was on a mission. Girl, you want to find shit, you put a woman in charge. We will find anything. So she was able to use Google Street Views and stuff to try to find this building. Yeah. And they thought it was an old supermarket because they asked the person where it was and they wouldn't tell them. So they thought it was an old supermarket, but then they stumbled across an old gas station that was boarded up, and the door matched the one in the video. So then they were like, okay, it must be in there. So apparently she had two numbers for the person that might own the building, and she called the first one, it wasn't connected. The second number she called, the person answered. And they forgot they even bought that gas station. They're like, oh, I forgot I had that property.
It must be nice to have
right?
So many properties that are like, oh, it's one of the 42 gas stations I bought. And okay.
Yeah, he said he forgot about it. He bought it in 2021. So I have no idea how the statue managed to go from the arcade to this gas station, but it did. And then they said, he said he knew what it was, but he didn't know what to do with it. And this thing's huge. Like
eBay.
He didn't know he just left it in there and moved on because it was so big. We'll keep going down. So she tells him the story about what it is. Yeah. And, so then he's like, she said there she was going to go ahead and just like give it to her, or he was going to give him money for it. But he went ahead and just gave it to them. But it's huge. They had to go get a truck and everything else to get it. They have to store it in a warehouse because this thing is like way bigger than they thought it was. Because when you see it in person, it's gigantic. That's the picture you showed above. So that's her in the middle. I think her significant other on the one side, and then the older gentleman. He's like older, like 70s or 80s, who had the building, and they had to go get a truck and a trailer to get it out of there. And they were worried that they didn't have wings, but the wings were found. The wings were behind it, and you couldn't see it from the original video. So she did get the wings, and she did post a picture of the wings on it temporarily. She's going to fix it up and restore it. That I think she eventually wants to take it to like some of the retro game convention in Portland.
Okay, well, I know they have a lot of those out there.
So it's gonna get brought out, but they want to restore it first. But I'm just like so excited about the story, and I didn't really even play Spyro, honestly. I know I always thought he was super effing cute though, and I was always excited about him because he reminded me like Figment with attitude.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
So and so they're gonna get his eyes fixed. They're gonna fix him up, and obviously his paint's faded.
It's weird though. These kind of trade show displays, they're usually a one and done. They usually make them and then they just forget. Like these companies have so much money, they're like, yeah, we'll drop like $25,000 on a statue we're going to use once at a trade show, and that's it. And
it ended up in an arcade and an abandoned gas station, a boarded up gas station.
That's funny.
And I mean, because she sleuthed all over the place, she found it. Like, I guess she asked the person who put it up, and they wouldn't tell her where it was. So she had to go do what, any good fan woman would do. She sleuthed her way to finding it and then went and got it so it could be taken to a place where it can be restored and shared. And I think that's flipping amazing.
If you had the opportunity to get like a giant like Swiftwind from She-Ra, or like a My Little Pony or something that you could actually ride, you'd do it.
I had a My Little Pony you could ride. I had Frilly Frocks that was like that, but
we were trying to track down, and I couldn't find one in the U.S., but the Sailor Moon, they had the Sailor Moon ride-ons.
Oh, were you trying to find one?
I was trying to find one, yeah. I was like, and this is back like when we had the arcade. I'm like, because I showed it to you like ages ago, and I showed it to you again. But yeah, you can't find them here in the U.S.
Well, what I would like, to see is if you're going to find something is like that they have over in the Calico Critter stores overseas, they have the big giant Calico Critters they use on this display. I'd have one of those. But then again, part of me, the statues kind of creep me out.
Yeah.
Like even the Spyro, I think is super cool and I'm really excited to see it. But it also, like not this version of it so much, but when it was in the abandoned boarded up gas station, it was creepy. It was like something you see in a horror game.
I know,
And then
this is like
even
Five
at
Nights
the
at
trade
Freddy's.
show when it was that high up and it was like that gigantic looking down on you, that would creep me out, honestly. But they found him and they got him and the guy gave it to them, and I just think it's amazing. This is like one of the most fun stories. I got so excited about Pizza Hut the other day. I'm just still geeking out about Spyro over here. I just think this is the best story ever.
Yeah, so I think she definitely earned it. I think it's cool. I think it's cool.
Go you, girl. Go you. That is awesome. You go.
Now, if she could find Buzzy from
we
Disney
still
World.
can't find Buzzy.
Nobody has
Buzzy's at the bottom of a lake somewhere. But
sure.
yeah, no, this is awesome. It's like when they said they found a statue, I was thinking some like little teeny statue thing. And it's like someone just found in a gas station bathroom. But no, it was like a giant 12-foot by 5-foot statue. Like it's as wide as a person and then like, 12 feet long, hanging out in a boarded up gas station because someone found it, and then she went the extra mile, tracked it down and found the person who owned it because he was going to try to get it. So it could be taken out of the dinge and the potential of having the ceiling fall on it and be restored so it can be, brought out to all the fans. And I think that's just, that's dedication, man. That's dedication. I'm so excited about it. I know it's so stupid, but it really just makes me like, it makes giddily happy. I just love it.
Spyro on Monday. Thank you for releasing me.
Yeah, people like that one.
Perfect comment doesn't exist. Yep, there it is. Yeah, now if they could just bring Skylanders back. People forget that Skylanders started out as a Spyro game. It was a Spyro game, and then it just kind of became its own thing.
Well, Skylanders was funny because I actually got it early.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So there was this house party. That's the name of the place. We could try to remember it earlier. House party. There was this place called House Party. Basically, you could apply, and they would send you stuff, and you have a little house party to try out new products or whatever. This is, oh my gosh, back when Skylanders came out.
Oh, it was like, 2011?
I was doing it before that because I did it when we lived in Williamsport before that. So we had gotten this one early because because of the kids and stuff, they gave us the game because we had the system already. So they gave us the game and some extra figures, and we had a party. And basically, that's what you do. You give a party and you present the product to people. Yeah. And the kids got it early, and they were so excited because they got to play it before it came out, and they had some of the figures. So when the figures came out in the store, they already knew what they were. And then we did that with the Clone Wars too, the cartoon.
Oh yeah, we had the Clone Wars. I remember that. Yeah, Clone Wars party. They had like masks and stuff.
Yes,
we got the DVD of the pilot. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to watch it. We brought his class from kindergarten over to watch it. But that's when he kept calling him Darth Cuckoo. He had the Darth Cuckoo mask, and he was because you watch other video. He wouldn't say Count Dooku. He'd say Darth Cuckoo. He was running around with the Darth Cuckoo mask, which I might have actually kept honestly somewhere.
I think you did keep that.
I think I did keep it. But yeah, we got to do these different house party events, and we had a couple ones, and this is one of them we did was the Skylanders one, and the kids love Skylanders like that. They just Infinity, Disney Infinity, they just adored those games.
I think there'd be a whole like nostalgia thing going on if they would bring back those Toys to Life games. I mean, I guess
I think so too. A lot of the people still have theirs. We still have all ours.
Yeah. I mean, they still make amiibos, but it's not the same because it just like unlocks stuff. It's not like an actual game, you know?
I mean, it got really expensive because they were pricey to have all the extra toys and the pucks and stuff. But, with all these gaming companies having trouble and struggling with games and everybody wanting retro experiences, now would be the time to re-release this stuff. Now would be a time, everybody's waiting for more Spyro. Yeah, Spyro 4. Everybody's talking about how Spyro 4, they're like waiting and waiting and waiting, and they're like, is it even actually happening? And you said you think that they're going to announce it in June.
Maybe. Boy, isn't that interesting timing though? If she found this right before they announced another Spyro game.
I mean, I don't think that was connected, but if that would be no. I mean, if it wasn't connected, but what they could do is they could get her on board to help promote the Spyro 4 with the original with the E3. Spyro Dragon from 2000 with the Year of the Dragon stuff. That would be amazing. That would be good. They should help her get it restored. She gets to keep it. It's hers. She found it, founders keepers.
there you go. All right. So
I just thought it was a fun story, and it was very exciting. It's like Pizza Hut. Makes me so damn happy. I love seeing stuff like this. I mean, this is the news I love to see. Like, this kind of stuff is great. Like, there's so much crap with Hollywood, and they keep, screwing the pooch on everything. And then we go to here, and then you're finding stories like
Spyro 4. Spyro screws the pooch.
No, I'm just saying. And then you find this. I mean, like, so amazing. In an abandoned gas station of all places, where I mean, no one's really going up to looking in windows of abandoned gas stations. Someone probably was told it was in there, and that's probably why they went up and looked. But this is just awesome, and the fact that she went to so much trouble to track it down, and the guy was just willing to give it to her to make sure that it continued on because he didn't know the story behind it. That, and I'm sure he said it would help him to get it out of there.
Oh yeah,
so he's doing her. She was doing him a favor. But I just think because he didn't even get greedy. Because a lot of people would be like, well, now I know what it is. I'm going to go sell it to somebody with a lot of money.
Yep.
He didn't do that. So I think that's awesome. That they got it, and it's going back to fans, and it's going to be taken care of, and it's going to be restored, and they're going to fix it the best they can. And that's just what you want to hear. And this is just exciting. It's like when you find something so iconic, it's just amazing and awesome. And I'm very excited.
All right. Well, I'm excited. You're excited.
I can't believe you're not more excited. Like,
I am excited. I would be more excited if I had the dragon like in my office or something. But
it's cool. Well, speaking of which, it was funny because people were getting all excited about the He-Man, the Battle Cats and the stuff that they had that over in California at what was that theme park? Was
it Knott's Berry Farm?
Knott's Berry Farm. And what they don't know is the person who sculpts those. Anyway, he's in PA some of the times too, and he was transporting it.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
It.
He actually pulled the truck over, and is here in Western PA, and he pulled the truck over, and he had this giant like wooden carving of a battle cat, and I think it was like he went like $5,000 or $6,000 for it.
I wanted you to buy it at the time, and you wouldn't.
I wasn't gonna. What was I gonna do?
You were gonna put it. That's why we didn't buy it. We had a place to put it.
The office, like this is where Kneon records. He just sits on the giant battle cat with his microphone.
But you probably get a lot more views if you just sat on it. If you did your show sitting on a giant battle cat. But it was cool because we could have bought it, and we just. And they would have dropped it right off, and we could have bought it.
Yeah, because he was already transported. He was like taking it to a warehouse or something. We like pulled him over. We were like, "Hey, dude, what's up with the battle cat?" And it was the weirdest damn thing. But yeah, then he told me the whole story of like, "Oh yeah, I work for Knott's Berry Farm, and I."
Then you were talking because you used to live out by there, and
yeah, I used to go to Knott's Berry Farm all the time. Yeah,
and it was cool because he had it. We could have bought it right there. And I tried to talk Kneon into it, but he wouldn't do it. And the other reason he didn't was because where was he going to put it? But I really wish you had bought it.
I should have. That would have been like no other streamer sits on a freaking battle cat and streams. That would have been kind of funny.
It would have been amazing. I wanted you to buy it, but you said no.
Like I have the power, bitches.
Too. That was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money for
every penny. Whoever got it got a great deal.
Well, no, what you do is you just go on if you're gonna live stream, you go on and you just like rattle that tin cup. Like I got paid for my cat. My poor cat. It's $5,000. I got paid for my cat.
Go fund me to rehome this cat.
Go fund me to
battle cat to rehome battle cat.
To rehome him to my office so I can sit on battle cat.
No, but it was great.
That would be.
So I just get so excited about these things. Like our son was like, "Isn't that battle cat?" We're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, we had to stop the guy. We're like, "Hey." Well, no, he pulled over for a second, and then we pulled over and we started talking to him.
Yeah, because our son's like, "Isn't that battle cat?"
There's a freaking battle cat in the back. It's like, what the hell? So then we got the whole story and we talked to the guy for a while. And it's like, oh yeah, okay. So he's like, yeah, well, I mean, I'm like $5,000. I'm like,
I wanted you to buy it, but that's okay. Another story. Anyway, we got to wrap this up. I'm just excited about such things. They make me so happy.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.